All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here. I'm pressing live. I'm turning on the match right now. I was just recording some sessions digitally or, StreamYard wise with Gabe, and the session's already started. I don't even have it on right now, but Wicket 1 is down. Uzi is down already. Oh, and I love Uzi. I really, really do. Nothing against the man, but don't you dare play against India right now and think you're going to score some runs. Uzi goes down. If I'm not mistaken, it was Ashwin that took him. Yep. Ashwin took him down in the second over here, and I couldn't be happier. We got the Australia, the Australian tour of India here going on. And India is leading by more than 200 runs. It's the second innings now. Australia's going out there, and Manas is already there, already at the crease in the second over, ladies and gentlemen. The second over, he's already there. Jack, I got to do a health call on you. You got to be dying right now. I will send you the link. But, oh, my gosh, Warner goes down. Not going to go down. He's got no runs so far. Labuschagne almost risked a run out right there. Kohli gets the grab. Ashwin gets the wicket. India's got the wicket. 9 more to go. Will they win by innings? We shall see. What's up, Raj? Thank you so much for joining. I was seeing you in Jack's stream. Thanks for showing up, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Got you. Hello from New Zealand. How is everyone? Jihan, Australia are screwed. Bat first and get bundled out for 177, then drop 4 catches. This is a nightmare for Australia. The best test nation in the world. I get it. They're on the road. It's always tough to play in someone else's backyard. But, oh, man. Yeah. Not feeling great. Could end quickly. Hope not. Oh, my word. Well, you still got some heavy hitters in there. And who was it? You'll let me know when you come on. Was it Renshaw that put up a pretty decent score in the first innings? I'm going to look this up right here. I think it was, but oh my word. I cannot believe it. No, Renshaw did not. My bad. Hanscom and Alex Carey. Alex Carey went off. High strike rate. Renshaw went down for a duck. I remember that now. This is crazy. Gabe and I were just recording on StreamYard private. That's how we do it. Sometimes we can't be in the same room. Second session started. I'm telling him, okay, I'm going to go jump on right now. He might join in a little bit too. We'll see. It's been a long day. But he says, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did they already lose a wicket? I couldn't believe it, and I jumped on instantly. If you're watching the record, there was probably like some, me just sitting there staring at my phone for a few seconds. But thanks for joining us here. Oh, absolutely. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me get this link out. I keep talking here. We're going to have Jack on here. Hopefully we can get some Gabe action here. I'm not going to be able to stream the rest of the weekend. We got Super Bowl Sunday. On Sunday, the NFL, it's a big deal for Super Bowl, for football fans here in the U.S. So I won't be streaming probably the rest of the days of this match, but this match may not go till Sunday, for crying out loud. What am I thinking? It may not last that long. How is everyone doing? As a Sri Lankan, I'm hoping for a miracle for Australia. Oh, I'm sure you are. Dr. Jihan says that was a terrible shot by Uzi. Like the U11s. Taking candy from a baby. The U11. The U11s. Oh, man. Throwing the gauntlet down. Yeah, Labuschagne and the nervous 40s for sure. Is that even a thing, the nervous 40s? What? Oh, Uzi. Sometimes you just get had like that, right? Oh, yeah. I get you now. It's not just the rivalry. It's the fact that you guys are in that third position for WTC. Gotcha. Got you. Oh, DRS time. Oh, my gosh. I'm talking so much. I missed it. I missed what was happening. Oh, please tell me. Please tell me Labuschagne goes down. Please tell me Labuschagne goes down. I did not see it. The original decision was not out. Jack, I need some help here. I did not see it.
Yeah, I just saw it then.
Welcome to the channel.
Given not out. Could be outside the line, maybe. Just haven't looked down on impact.
Oh, that's so close, though. I think that's going to be – I think they're going to stick with their position, though.
Could be
I think it's going to be umpire's call.
Yes, umpire's call.
Oh, no, the superstars here. Is that the Terminator?
No, Nick, these are my morning glasses, okay? And not morning as in AM, morning as in funeral morning. Are you kidding me? Uzi! Why?
Umpire's call.
That
would have hit. Oh, that would have hit. The umpire. Collusion. To steal Gabe's phrase. Collusion. This umpire hates India. He feels so bad for Australia. Where is this umpire from?
He's from India.
He's from India. Why does he hate the motherland? What do they do to him?
They have home umpires doing it now. So they have one neutral, one home umpire now.
Oh, my gosh.
That would have been a wicket against Manas. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's umpire's call.
Looking at the review, even I got to say that was bad. I mean, dude, when is the time? Jack, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I'm so depressed. It's so bad. But when are we going to get rid of umpire's call? Honestly, I'm so done. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of umpire's call.
It's still going to be here. It's not going to get...
Gabe, but that's not the problem. The problem is the bad, crappy call by the umpire. That's the problem.
You have a point there, Cotton. You have a point. Jack, what is going on, Jack? And I don't want to hear about the pitch because India put up 400 on this pitch. What is going on? Jeez.
It's Australia playing in the subcontinent, Gabe. It happens every time.
No, this would not have happened under Justin Langer. 10115, 10115. Yes. Before you guys kill me in the chat. Yes, I did want Justin Langer gone. I did want him gone. But I don't care. They're being embarrassed right now. God.
As far as Justin Langer goes, trash can lives do matter, okay?
How dare you? You kick one trash can on national television. One! And all of a sudden, you're a bad guy. Jack, honestly, what's going on? I don't want to hear the subcontinent.
We lost the match on the first day. You get 177 all out in India. You're chasing the game. And that's what happened.
Oh, my
India just are better in these conditions. And they showed us.
Yeah, Yes, I know, Jihan. 4 drop catches. And trust me, I was on watching my man, by the way, Jack, putting up a marathon today. All right. I got home from the game. We're having from the school dance. We're having dinner. I'm listening to my man, Jack. All right. The wife's like, "Are you going to stream tonight?" I said, "For what? This game's done." You know what I mean? But
that's why you want to stream it. This is glorious. God. This is celebration time. Why are you low? Why are you down? This is the way the stars
darkness, my old friend.
This is the way things are intended. The big bad bully. We're Australia fans. Jihan, admit it. You are calling for a whitewash. Admit it. The Australia fans' ego is so high.
Whitewash in India? Not even Jihan would say a whitewash in India.
Jihan, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You stop it.
What's up, Ross?
Okay. Oh, but by the way, some great commenting there earlier, Jack. And I'm listening to you and I'm just like, what is going on right now? And who was it that had the drop? I can't remember.
It was Scott Boland.
Boland.
Down his throat, and it went through his hands, and he just looked at it on the floor, and he's like, and Nathan Lyon was like,
"You're like, it has to be taken.
Scott, you got to do better than that."
Yeah, you mentioned how it has to be taken, but that you don't show up your teammates because it's just bad form, right? It leaves bad taste.
No one means to drop a catch. Oh, you put it aside, try and catch the next one. But Australia have dropped so many. Steve Smith's dropped 3 in the slips in this test match, and
that can't happen. That can't happen.
It can, and
I mean,
even Jihan says even the Great West Indies teams wouldn't whitewash in India.
Jihan would have white. Wow, Jihan with a drive-by, all right? Even the Great West Indies couldn't achieve a whitewash in India? You mean they couldn't get whitewashed? Because it's been a while since the West...
Is that Jihan's way of saying that this Australian test squad is on par with the 4 horsemen squad of the West Indies? Is that his way of saying it? Dude. That seems like a backhanded compliment for Australia. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to remember when the last time the West Indies won a Test series in India. It was an interesting.
How about a Test series period?
I don't think they have. I think they won a few Test matches. I have to look at the record.
Didn't they play against the women's under-9 squad and lost?
Bro, you about to cross some great lines here, Nick. You're about to cross some lines.
Well, at least we can gain a positive from it. Tom Murphy took 7 wickets, and well done to him on Test day.
Yeah, very
wonderful
impressive.
effort.
Now, I did mention
him like Harry Potter because of the glasses, but he got some magic on that ball today.
You know, I mentioned that earlier, okay? Because Nathan Lyon's been the frontline spinner forever, right? And obviously, Australia's got Adam Zampa, but he's more of a white ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to see Murphy is good because A, Nathan Lyon isn't a spring chicken. He's not getting any younger. And B, when you go to the subcontinent, sometimes you got to carry 2 spinners. You know what I mean? I know you mentioned earlier that maybe he'll be dropped. If they drop him, Australia should riot. Australia should riot. Because he's not only need to get himself a 6-fer, but he had 10 maidens. 10 maidens, which means, you know, that's not just luck. Guys are struggling picking up the ball on him. And guys got other bowlers got absolutely hammered.
No, he looked the most threatening out of him and Nathan Lyon. The problem with Nathan Lyon is he hasn't got much variations. And you need that in these pitches in the subcontinent. Look at Ashwin. He's got that current ball that he flicks out of the front of his hand. We saw that. So you need variations. Nathan Lyon relies on his good stock off-spin delivery to get wickets and varies his flight and trajectory and his pace to get wickets. With Todd Murphy, similar to Nathan Lyon, but you know he bowled well and he looked the part on debut. You would get overwhelmed, but he didn't. He took it with both hands and he did well.
Gabe, I like this comment for you. I don't think anyone usually takes Gabe seriously, and now with those glasses. Listen, I just learned something I didn't know. I'm sure Jack knew this. He probably mentioned in his special. Go ahead and check out his video he's been posting leading up here to this epic series. His last one's already got almost 500 views in just a few days. Congratulations there, Jack. But I'm sure he knows. I did not know this. India right now has the highest streak of home test series won with 15 straight test series at home won. How about that, Gabe? Most ever. Even the 70s West Indies, because they played a lot fewer test series, only had 8.
When does this become a West Indies bastion series? Okay,
because they are the bar. Jihan opened the gauntlet. Jihan opened it up.
That's a good point. Jihan, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? All right, jeez. You know what I mean? When did this become a West Indies a beatdown? Just gosh, easy there, easy.
Well, they're doing okay in Zimbabwe. That first test, they drew the first test, or did they win? I'm not sure. But, you know, Chandapur got a double century.
No, they drew it.
Yeah,
opening the batting.
Zimbabwe's a powerhouse.
Zimbabwe's
at least that's positive.
They're actually a pretty good squad. I'm not going to lie. They beat the brains out of USA.
Zimbabwe, the powerhouse. How dare you, Nick? How dare you? With that being said, I was wrong, actually. I forgot. Murphy did get one of those last wickets, so he ended up getting 7 wickets. 7 wickets instead of 6. And, you know, talking about the India side for a second, all right? Obviously, Rohit goes nuts. It's Rohit, Jack, okay? I get it. The guy, and as much as...
No. Let's stop right there for a second. What were you saying about my man Rohit for the last 6 months to a year?
You didn't even let me finish because I was about to say I've been bashing him. He's a Rohit. I'm a Rohit hater. I absolutely am. I'm Team Kohli. I'm a Rohit hater. So with that being said, because everybody gives Kohli all kinds of crap, but never gives Rohit any kind of crap. So I like to go against the grain. I'm a Rohit hater. I freely admit it. Okay. With that being said, if Rohit goes off on you for $120, you eat it. Because it's Rohit Sharma, right? It is what it is. The guy's a savage, all right? We know what he can do. But how do you let Axar Patel go off on you for an 80 burger? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? No, not like that. Not like that. I'll even take a Jadeja.
Disrespect Axar Patel.
Axar Patel disrespects himself.
He scored that face. He scored more than Marnus. He scored more than Marnus and was it Steve Smith combined or close to it?
Yes, probably something like that. Yeah.
I mean, 101.15. I already said it. Okay, 101.15. I'm just saying. Really? You're gonna let Axar Patel go off on you? Half the time, India drops him off the team because they're like, "Yeah, we don't need him. We don't."
Got some Jadeja, Excalibur.
Ashwin.
What I tell you, Jack, we were going to see some Excalibur action, and we saw it. I want to say hello to some people here. Sion, while getting a breath, what's up? News update, what's up? Michelle, what's up? How you doing? Barath, and Barath's comment right here. This is for you, Dr. Jihan. Love you to death, but I'm coming after you. Okay? You've had it too good for too long. It's time for you to suffer, all right? Narrated before this test. India are preparing the pitch deliberately to make it tough for Aussie left-handers. Day 2. 2 Indian lefties hit score 50s.
Yeah.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
It's a bold strategy there, Cotton. I mean,
that's the comment of the night, Barath. Thank you.
I still don't, and I get it, Nick, because home field advantage, as long as we've been watching cricket, you get to curate the pitch to benefit, obviously, your team, the strengths of your team. But even with that said, everybody plays on these pitches, all right? And it's not like these Australian players aren't used to playing in India because a lot of them play in the IPL. I just don't get it. This is embarrassing. It really is. It's angering. And it's dude. All right.
No!
Now drop by Curly.
I don't want to hear about the drops on the Aussie side because guess what? Drops happen everywhere. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
who was the person last time that said he's sure-handed and slips? That's the second time. The first time wasn't really catchable. But are you kidding me?
Boo-hoo.
This one was in his hands.
What did you expect him to what did you expect him to sacrifice his body for this game?
Gabe,
for this game?
You shut your mouth. You expect him to catch it. Don't tell me you don't. You shut your mouth right there.
Nick, Kohli's like, really?
Gabe, it's the classic.
In the first inning. We're good. You think he's...
Marnus has survived twice now, or was that David Warner? Who was at the strike right there? Because they just got another life. Is this Super Nintendo or something like this? You got a free life? What is happening? Marnus is the luckiest man alive right now. He survived twice. Ashwin's saying, "Oh my gosh, you owe me like another wing onto my house for crying out loud for that nonsense."
Marnus is the luckiest man alive. You think anyone on this Australian team is the luckiest man?
Yeah, Marnus
luckiest man alive.
Yeah, he should be down twice.
I'll tell you,
umpire is his best friend. He must have bought him like a tea or something like that. Now Kohli drops it.
The umpire is the luckiest man alive. You know why, Nick? Because after that horrible call in the first innings, he makes another one, and they haven't come and pulled him off. It was the same dude that made the bad call in the first one on Uzi.
The LBW to Kawaja,
yeah, bro. How does he keep his job? I need the umpires union.
Why does he hate India? I'm not saying be a favorite, but why are you going against them? Like, honestly, bro, did they like take out extra tax out of your paycheck or something like that? What's going on?
The cricket umpiring union is the strongest union on the face of the planet. They're like, bro, we will shut down the game. Don't you dare criticize us. Don't you dare. It's unbelievable. These guys blow a call, no problem. You know what it's called, Nick? It's called the Buckner. He Bucknered it. All right.
Oh,
he Bucknered it. That's what it is. I just turned Steve Buckner's name into an adjective. He just Bucknered it. That's what we're gonna say from now.
If I see one more bad call from him, he is the new Buckner. He is the new Buckner. He is the current. He's in Buckner form right now. Buckner's like, he tells Buckner, "Hold my beer." Are you kidding me right now?
He's in Buckner form. Oh, I love it. We're gonna coin that. We're gonna coin that before somebody steals it. Okay, he is in Buckner-like form.
Okay, we're gonna get Buckner on the phone. He's gonna say, "Listen, Nick, listen. That was a bad call. Even he's going to say that was a bad call.
He said Butler would say that was a bad call.
We got a super chat here from Dr. Jihan. There was good signs with this Australia bowling initially. India were 163 for 5.
I saw that.
They allowed the last 5 wickets to get 250 runs. Just can't that. Not just that, Jihan, but on top of that, India, doesn't matter what format, but especially Test, the tail end does usually not wag, for crying out loud. I mean, you got to be kidding me. They had these huge scores from guys. Even Shami got you a 37, and he has that ability. I'm not surprised by that, but he's not the guy that like, oh, yeah, he'll give us at least 25 or more. Absolutely right. They had this. They could have gotten out of it potentially with a pretty even score, and then they allowed India to stick around. Yeah. Gabe, I hit that man like I've never hit before, and the man kept coming after me.
I don't listen. I just don't get it. Man.
Coley? And they're showing the replay. Why? Thanks for the super chat.
Gosh. That's hilarious. Thanks for the super chat, Dr. Jihan. I mean, honestly, this match is over, but the series isn't over. What's the next venue, Jack? And do you think that what changes do you see Australia make realistically? You know, somebody mentioned that to add insult to injury, and I love this comment earlier, they dropped Travis Head because he was a left-hander.
Yeah, the selectors didn't quite get it right for this first test.
The selectors should drop themselves. Has that ever happened? Selectors, drop yourself, selectors, because you're trash.
They should. But the next test is in Delhi. That's at the Fresher Kotla. That's no longer called the Fresher Kotla. It's been renamed the Arun Jaitley Stadium. But it's in Delhi. It's the Fresher Kotla. That's the original name of it. So that's the second test. Stark could be back from his finger injury. Cameron Green could be back, but he could play as a batter only, not a bowler. But he's making good progress. Australia don't have faith in Swepson or Agar, especially Agar after what he did in Sydney when he bowled in that test against South Africa. He didn't look convincing. No. Mitchell Swepson's record, his early test career, he struggled in Pakistan, Sri Lanka. They don't have faith in those. They went with Peter Hanscom overhead because he's a good player of spin. He did okay in the first innings, but I think Travis Head would have been best suited in that situation, counter-attack that he brings. How is he going to get better if he's not going to play in these conditions? You can't just judge it off by his record or stats or his left-hander. You know, the Indian spinners have good records against left-handers, but you can get so worked up about the analytics. Go back to cricket common sense. Pick your best 11, pick your 6 best batsmen, your keeper, and your best bowlers to take 20 wickets in these conditions. Travis Head is in form. Yes, his record's not good in the subcontinent, but he can be a match winner. And the confidence put in him. He's saying, well, I'm playing well, and then you drop me when we come to India. What's that going to do for his confidence? It's going to dent it a little bit. So they have to have a serious think about their team for the next test. Depends on conditions. Do they keep line with Murphy? I think they will, because you can't drop Murphy now because he's got 7.
Do they consider dropping Uzi for a combined 6 runs?
The thing is with Travis Head, if he does play, then in the middle order, he does struggle when spin comes on at him. There's been some talk he could open or could bat up high the order. I don't know what Australia are going to do, but yeah, that's been controversial, that call about Travis Head. Everyone's been talking about it in the media here in Australia. Steve Waugh mentioned about that on his Instagram page. He was angry. He couldn't make sense at why they would do that. So, besides from that, that's what I think Australia will have to think about when they go to the second test in Delhi. I think they definitely miss Mitchell Stark here with that pace and airspeed. He could have been handy, but he's injured, obviously. So, not a great test match for the selectors. They got
Why is Hazelwood not there?
Hazelwood's got a left Achilles injury. He picked that up in the last test in South Africa against South Africa in Sydney.
Right.
Because, it rained.
So you guys are definitely not full strength.
So, the run-ups towards the crease in Sydney were a bit damp underfoot, so that makes it heavy for the bowlers when they're running in. So he aggravated that. He's probably in doubt for the second test as well. He was in doubt for this test. He'll probably come back for the last 2. Josh Hazelwood. So Australia's got some injury concerns, but you have to try and work around that. And
the
you know,
$5
pick the
million man,
player.
Cameron Green, is injured again. Makes me feel so good as an RCB fan. Just saying.
Well, he's recovering well, actually. They're quite impressed with the speed of recovery of that finger. So he could be good to go for the second test, but play as a batsman only, not a bowler. But
Jack,
he does make the side a
they
good balanced
mortgaged
side.
several homes to buy him. Okay.
He said they mortgaged several homes. You're an
They put
idiot.
their entire financial portfolio on this. We got some comments here I want to get to.
Hold on, before I forget, Jack, let me ask you just one question.
Yep.
Travis Head in Australia, not Australia, I'm sorry, against South Africa, he was a second or third leading scorer. It's a little skewed because I know Warner went nuts and had like 200 in one of those matches,
he was
right?
Definitely up there. He was definitely up there.
He had a 70 burger. I think he had 3 half centuries. He had a 50,
yes,
a
got
70
in that green top in Brisbane.
Yeah, and they had a 90
scored, and
you
got a couple of 50s.
And you drop him coming into the match because you're concerned that India's spinners are good against left-handers. I don't understand. Help me
it
out
doesn't make
here.
sense. You know, common sense would say he's in form, pick him. Doesn't matter. You know, he's got to get better in these conditions. You got to put him in the deep end and experience these conditions. It's not going to be easy. So it's up to Travis Head to put in the hard work and really be successful in these conditions. But the selectors, all selectors are like that. They go off on their own things and tangents, and they think, oh, maybe this will benefit if we do this or do that in the strategy meeting. But use your common sense. It's like Ian Chappell, former Australian captain, said, don't base it off the numbers. Pick your best 11. Best batsman, best keeper, best bowlers, take 20 wickets, old school.
Dude, I mean, it's India. For the love of Pete, you better go in there with your best team or you're going to get smoked. And it's like, if somebody doesn't get fired for this, that should be a scandal. That should be a national scandal.
Time out. Stop. Okay. Australia is by far the number one team in the rankings for WTC. You guys have enjoyed yourself a beautiful 18 months, basically. There's going to be one match you lose, and the sky is falling. The world's over. Fire everybody. I mean, this is India, okay? India. Jihan was doing the research. 1983 was the last time West Indies, those great teams, went in there and beat India and India, okay? Calm down with your bad self. I want to get to a few comments here. While these, can we get some tissues for these guys, please? Especially the guy in the middle.
Hello,
Gabby,
my old friend.
Gabby Dog here, whatever his rap name is. Abby Heat says it's been fun watching Australia media build a narrative. Oh, absolutely. When they win, it's all because Australia's awesome. When they lose, it's everyone else's fault. Can't wait. And that's just some fun. No hate, just some fun there. Madhuri says Australia needs quality spinners to win and need. Well, they brought one spinner I never heard of before. He got 7 wickets for crying out loud.
Debut.
Test season 2 review coming when? Gabe doesn't know this yet, but we're gonna record our first review for our first episode next week when we do our recording, and then it'll be in the following week at some point, episode 1. So look out for that. It is coming soon, just not as soon as you want. Hazelwood would not make any difference. I disagree, even though Test is way different than T20. He knows how to bowl in India. He's had plenty of experience in the IPL. He has plenty of experience around the world. Josh Hazelwood, don't ever sleep on him. He can be very, very dangerous. Now, India, I believe, even in Australia, they played against him mostly well, but he still is Josh Hazelwood. I would never want to face him. And I got to correct myself. It was for Mumbai Indians, Cam Green got paid. So Ambani, he lost another Skyriser mansion to pay for him. But they have the money to take care of it right there. Travis Head doesn't have the capabilities to play good quality spin. What do you think about that, Jack?
Disagree.
Yeah, that's what most people are saying. He does struggle, but it goes back to what I said before. You know, he's in form. You know, he would be best suited for a counter-attacking role. That's his job in this side now. Come in at number 5 and play like England are doing, baseball, whatever. Go out there, play your shots, be aggressive, play your natural game. He would have been quite handy in the first innings. He would have got Australia up past 200 because you need to be aggressive. You need to be positive against the spin. You can't just go in your shell. And if you defend, you're going to get a ball with your name on it. We saw that from Australia in the first innings. And that's what they need to try and overcome in this series. And this is what they need to do now. when facing Ashwin. He's bowling now, and they've really got to work overtime. So, yeah, at the end of the day, is he going to get better on the bench? No. Give him a go. If he doesn't do well, then drop him. But you've got to take a punt. You've got to take a risk. If you want to win this series, you've got to take risks. It's not every day you win in India. So not since 2004 for Australia.
Let me ask you a question, Jack. Did you read the comics by Smudge where he talked about, and I kind of want to get Nick's take on this when he gets back, but he talked about how winning the Ranji Trophy he mentioned in that article was
no, the Ashes. He mentioned the Ashes.
Yeah, he said it's harder than winning the Ashes. I was like, what? That's crazy. And I get it. India's dominant at home, but with the story, especially with the story history of the Ashes and the rivalry and how good England's been at home, can it really be harder to win in India than it is to win in England for the Ashes? I'm just curious.
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's not an easy place. In England, you know, if you're good players of swing and seam, then you should get the job done. But in India, it's a tough place. Australia have only won 4 times in its history, Gabe, in India. Now, I've been doing that for my historical series, and we've got the first 2 parts out. 1956 was the first tour. Australia won 2-0 in the best of 3. That was the first tour ever to the subcontinent. The second one, 3 years later, they won 2-1 under Richie Benaud. That was 5 test matches. And then in 1969, and it's his birthday today, actually, Bill Lawry, the great Bill Lawry, led Australia to a 3-1 victory, best of 5 there. And then Adam Gilchrist, 2004 was the last one. Australia won that series 2-1. So for Australian teams, it is the pinnacle. You want to win here. It's only done 4 times. And I can see why the players would like to say that winning the series in India will be better than winning a series in England for the Ashes. Because you just want to win here. And Steve Waugh said in 2001, it's the final frontier. And it is for Australian teams. To come over here and win, it's a great achievement. Only 4 teams have done it. Pat Cummins can be the 5th, but the team's really got to bounce back in the second test, because if you're 1-0 down in the series, best of 4, it's very hard to come back because you've got to win the next 2 to try and wrap up the series. So it is a hard place to tour, and especially for Australian teams. Playing spin is difficult. We're not used to these conditions at home because it doesn't really spin much in Australia, really. Flat, good for batting. When you come to India, it's culture shock because you're like, oh, the ball's turning every ball and turning square from ball 1 of the test.
It goes back to exactly what I said with England, right? Because England struggles to produce spinners, and you've got to have guys. You got to be okay with guys playing in different domestic leagues. And Jim Deja, pumped Lovashank there for 4. You got to be okay with your players playing in the domestic leagues like the IPL or the 100, or you know what I mean? Because you got to be able to let them develop the game to be able to play. And I get it; it's different playing Test and playing T20, but it's not like they're gonna play in local county leagues or anything like that. So you know what I mean? Like at least they'll get some experience on those grounds. You know what I mean? Being able to play there, and even in the BBL, right? Sending some of those West Indies players and some of those Indian players over to the BBL to learn how to bat in those conditions. But honestly, man, for me, I think that there is a little something missing with just the indecisiveness.
Oh, Deja! Oh, baby! Woo! Lovashank! Loose bus change, whatever you want to call them, is gone.
You are so concerned with Nick is so afraid. You're so afraid of Lovashank. Are they going to challenge it?
Are you kidding me?
Are they going to?
Do you know what his rank is in the world, Gabe? Are you kidding me right now? Have you ever heard of Test ranking before?
Oh, trust me, I do.
Stop it. Stop it.
Lovashank.
And he's like 15 years old, okay? Oh, he's out by a mile. Is he really going to review that?
Had him on the back pad. Yeah, that's plop.
Is it? Did they review it?
No, they
Even
didn't review it.
Minin, listen, it's so plum. Even Minin had to call it right the first time. That's when you know it's absolutely plum.
I probably expected this to happen. As soon as India come on the ball, they'll get the ball to turn more than we did, and that's what's happening. And I'm not surprised by that.
Okay.
And
boy.
Unfortunately for Marnus, he's going to walk.
This is what
back.
happens when you play a superior team. What can I say? 3 lives.
That's a
3 lives that
hey,
he's done. Oh, man, I love it. I'm going to ride this as long as possible. Been a lot of pain for India fans recently. I think you have to give Head a chance, says Dr. Jihan. Thanks for the super chat.
Yes.
I've seen him attacking spinners. He got runs in ODIs, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, spinning tracks in Sri Lanka. That's true, okay? You got to give him a chance. And if he played today, who knows? Maybe Australia would only be trailing by 170 at this point. You never know.
I mean,
okay.
But to Jack's point earlier, and to my point, Nick, how will he ever get better if you don't send your guys there? Right? They got to learn how to play on those conditions. Anything can be learned. You just need experience on there. And it makes no sense. You're almost putting your team at a disadvantage by not sending them. All right? You send them. You send them, and they will it's not like you're talking about a guy that you just selected out of the blue. All right. This is a guy that's a main piece of your team. Again, Travis Head in the last 3 matches in South Africa, Nick, every time half century or better. All right. Half century or better. I think it was like 80, 70. Oh, no, 90, 70. And then he got a 50. Or it might have been short of a 50. It might be like a 49 or whatever. But it's like, let the guy play. All right. And let him struggle. Let him learn how the ball turns in the subcontinent, and he will improve. But I agree, Dr. Jihan. I just feel that for whatever reason, the selectors, I think that one thing that went under, let me choose my words carefully, because I don't care. I say what I want to say. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But one thing that went, in my opinion, underrepresented in the downturn that Australia did have and all the turmoil that Australia did have is that JL was not the only one making selections. Other guys on that Australian selection board thought, yeah, it's a good idea to leave Kawajov when clearly Uzi is one of your best batsmen. All right, so I think that the selectors, you got to go back, and especially after this Travis Head debacle here, you got to go back and say, what are we doing? What are we doing, people? You know what I'm saying? Because they're not putting the best team out there, and they're not putting the best players out there, and that's frustrating.
You guys are bringing me down. This is a glorious day. This is a glory. It might be better for your health to just like not watch this series. Okay.
I'm used to it, Nick. I'm used to disappointment.
I'm already dejected. Nothing better than seeing an Australia. This is like the Ben Affleck meme all over again, and I love it.
That's what you expect.
Rob says, Nick, you can scream now. I did. Thank you very much. Bad defense. What else is new? That was plum. Absolutely. Where's it at? Hello, Nick and Gang. Oh, wow. Nick and Gang. That's the first time ever. Maybe you meant Gabe right there, but I'm going to take that. Nick, Jadeja also ranks number 1 in tests, all-rounder. Love it.
Oh, Jadeja.
He apparently is not as good as Travis Head, but he's pretty good. We have...
Shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
Nick is drooling. Give him a bib. Oh, yes. Listen, watching Australia go ahead and steal that World Cup T20 a few times back was hard to see. Watching India fall and crumble in the last World Cup was hard to see. Watching them in any tournament that means anything is hard. Can we just have something, please? Can we enjoy this? Because this is what's going to happen. Here's the prognosticator Nick coming with my prognosticator hat on.
Did you just go back to the T20 World Cup like a year ago? Well,
I'm still sore.
You're still sore about that? Oh,
listen,
my gosh.
Prognosticator time. India is going to qualify for the WTC against Australia. Jack, where's the WTC final being played at?
It's at the Oval in June.
Exactly. Okay, exactly. And India's going to lose that one too, okay? Because it's a World Cup. So negative Australia fans,
you're such a negative Nancy.
How are they going to have the WTC at the Oval? Where was it supposed to be played the very first time, Jack?
Lords, but they
No,
have to move it.
originally it was supposed to be India, was it not? And then they had to change because of the weather or the COVID or whatever, right?
No, it was in England, so it was meant to be at Lords, but then they changed.
I thought it was supposed to be at India originally. At least the World Cup 2 times back was supposed to. They got that screwed over the UAE. All I'm saying is, it's going to be at the Oval. Are you kidding me right now? Gosh.
Dude, you're such a negative Nancy. He's already thinking ahead to the WTC finals. Like, oh,
you're
it's
reading
going to
off
be
the next to Kim for Australia right here. I'm a negative Nancy.
the next again. You're so dumb. They switch pitch. That's hilarious. Dude, looking at this right now, somebody just asked, do I think that, where is it? Do you think, here it is. Do you think India will bat again? You know, it's funny. I hate when you get into these type of games, right, Jack? And it's like, in my mind, I'm just thinking, can Australia draw? And I hate thinking that at this point because it's only day 3, right? Session 2. But
Australia draw. That's the upside.
I hate you.
Guys, this is so glorious to listen. This is like, we just had Christmas a few months ago, and it's coming back already. I love
They're
it.
still trailing by 197 runs, and they're down 2 wickets, all right? Trying to win this ain't going to happen. Right now, you should be thinking, can we draw this thing out?
What do we always say?
You don't want to lose 2 wickets?
When you're trailing 200?
In the opening 13 overs? Jeez Louise.
Not looking good.
I mean,
we got a super chat here. Why don't you read a super chat? Because I'm sure this is for you. Because I'm sure he's already muted me. Every time my mouth moves, he mutes it.
Australia sent development squads and A teams to India. They scored tons of runs on flat tracks. Then when they turn up for test matches, the ball spins from day 1. They have no clue. Australia will win the WTC. Well, I mean, I'm hoping they do. It'll be their third championship.
Did just predict an Australia win?
Listen. Australia, it'll be the 3rd championship that we've seen, right? They just got the T20 championship not too long ago. And I could see them definitely win the WTC championship.
Now you want to bring that up?
Well, I got to throw a little salt at you, a little salt back at you. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, you know what I'm saying? Did India even make it to the to the T20 World Final?
Not even close.
Where were they?
Okay.
Okay. Just
they weren't even a bridesmaid. Okay.
They weren't even a bridesmaid.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's like, oh my God, why is it not at Lords? That's hilarious. But thank you for the super chat, Dr. Jihan. I am looking forward to it. It's just frustrating that you can't go and win a test series in India to try to make yourself feel better about facing them in the WTC, because you will face them in the WTC. But again, conditions are different. I just think that Australia needs more consistency. And your thoughts on that, Jack? You know, guys being dropped, guys being added, guys being, you know what I mean? Like at this point, get that consistent team in there. There's no reason Travis Head should be dropped. And in my opinion, now that you especially have that second spinner, I never want to see Swepson again. Never want to see Swepson again. Bro, they need to put him on the back of a milk carton like they did Burns, right? Bye. All right. Never see you again.
Ship him to Alaska. Just mail him his clothes.
Ship him to Alaska. All right. Send him to like the developmental squad or like bye. I never see you again. And what was that other spinner that kept getting pumped by from Australia? The other guy they tried. I can't remember his name.
Speaking about a spinner, baby. Dash win.
I almost got us, dude. I almost just got us a strike right there. I almost just dropped a bad word.
We need the bleep machine.
We need the beat machine. We almost needed the beat machine there. Oh man,
Warner got 195 in his last match or recent match, if I'm not mistaken. How many innings will it take for him to get to 195 combined? It might be the entire test series. You're going to review that? Of course you are.
You got to review it. You got to.
This time we got umpire on our side, for crying out. That's 2 in a row. He must feel dirty take a shower or something like real
He
quick.
said you might feel dirty. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
he's out. Bye. Keep walking. Keep walking. Get out of here. Calm down, guys. This is Australia. It's the number 1 team in the world. And they're playing with their pants down right now.
I hate you. And by the way,
Dismantled.
why are you shorting David Warner? It was 200 in South Africa. 200. All right.
I thought Jack said 195. Umpire's call, baby.
200.
Oh, my. Okay, he got 200. How much does he have now in this match, Gabe? 11.
He's got 200 minus 190. Okay.
Let's put it this way. Okay, he has 11 total in 2 innings. That's 5 more than Uzi has.
I hate you. I hate you, dude. Australia's top 3 are literally gone for 32 runs.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's
not ideal.
It's not ideal, but look, every Australian fan expects this. It's not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise to anyone. We always struggle against, good quality spinners in India. It's always been an Achilles heel of ours. This is not great. But Australia have to gain something. I know that's hard to say, but you have to look at it in a positive way, I suppose. For Renshaw, all right, he's in. He got out for a golden duck in the first inning. All right, try and get a
you get 1 run. You improved,
dude.
Well, you got to look at the positives, I suppose. Even though it's a bad situation, you still got to gain something. You'll still learn something from it.
You're
Can't
so
just
right. You're
roll
so
over
right there,
and
Jack.
give up. 3 down, 35. We're going to win? No. Are we going to gain something, learn something from this experience? Yes, absolutely.
Watch for the spam. Please don't spam, but Australia's going to hate India after this tour. Because India went to Australia twice, spanked them. Okay? Now they're going to come into India, spanked them. I actually do feel better with my chances now, the WTC. I'm not going to lie.
Let me ask you a question, Nick. And Jack, well, no, let me ask Jack a question, then I'll come back to you.
Oh,
Nick, you're the resident India fan here. But Jack, I know the history behind England and Australia, obviously.
Yeah.
But seeing that not in the not too distant past, just recently, you had India come in and breach the GABA, and you have Australia come back and perform admirably the way it did in the T20 World Cup, win this whole thing. Now you got Australia coming in and at least in this first match, dismantling India. Do you think that the India-Australia rivalry is starting to cook more than possibly India-England? Or even Australia-England? And I know that's almost blasphemous to say, but I just feel like, man, you know what I mean? Like
in a rivalry, both sides have to win some series eventually.
Oh, you shut your mouth. All right.
And let me get to this comment right here. And I'm going to explain. And I understand where this comment's coming from. And I know I'm being super annoying. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm playing the heel big time. Okay. But I do consider a spanking. And this is why. Australia is near impossible to win at as well. Just like India is near impossible. Okay. Best team in the world. And they do so well. They have some of the best quicks in the entire game, all on one roster. Okay, stop with that nonsense. They had India 36 all out. Okay, then India lost 2 guys after every single match. They were running on scotch tape and like toothpicks for crying, something like that, with backup players, with their backup captain, because their captain, to no fault of his own, is welcoming a baby in the world. That's why I call it spanking.
Can you not read a
because
calendar?
They left with a winning record. They left with more wins than Australia did in Australia. The same Australia that spanked England 5-0 or 4-0, whatever it was in the last Ashes. So, yes, I do consider it a spanking for those reasons.
Nick, even though I'm a Kohli fan, I got to tell you, listen, it's not that hard. It's called playing planning.
Steve Smith with a 6.
All right.
Nice.
You can just look at a calendar and say, all right, when are we going to make a baby? Not when guess what? 10 months out, she's going to be having the kid. It ain't that hard, cousin. It ain't that hard. Look at the calendar. Look at the calendar. What month am I not paying the test? What month am I not going to be needed?
He probably made a business decision. I don't want to look foolish in Australia. I'm going to have a baby then.
Conspiracy theory. So Coley intentionally made sure that he was going to be indisposed for that series. Interesting. Could you imagine athletes actually think that way? Like, yeah, it's not the right time. You know what I mean? Right now, it's not the right month because it's going to be in season. I'm sure many of them do, by the way.
Absolutely. Questions about the Major League Cricket. Very excited about. Will we be streaming the draft? Possibly, I say possibly just because it depends on when it is, since it's going to be in our part of the world. It'll be at a good time for us, but it could possibly be at a really good time when we're working. So we'll have to see. I don't know. Let us know when the draft is. If it's already been announced, date and time, that would be very helpful. I do not know. As far as picking teams, I want to see the teams and their players first before I pick one, since it's brand new. I want to be able to really try to put some homework in to pick my team instead of picking a logo like I did that one time. I'm not going to let that ever happen again.
Jack, this question is for you. And again, you obviously are the expert on everything Australia as far as the test.
Oh, my word. Is that a replay? No, it's not.
No, I don't think it's a
Red
replay.
shot down.
Why are you ahead of me? Okay, I'll start using the word allegedly. Jack, just in case you didn't know, I had been blessed with being able to stream and record in Studio A, but I besmirched umpires' names, and I did not say allegedly. I didn't say they were allegedly taking money on the books, and CFA got a cease and desist letter. So Nick has banished me here to the ghetto.
That might be too high. That might
to
be
the
too
ghetto.
high.
But
in the ghetto. That might be too high. Renshaw's a tall. He's got it bending down a little bit, but that might be close. It's going to be umpire's call, obviously. I think it's in line, but it might be a little too high. We'll have to see.
Hit him on the back foot. Hit him on the back leg.
I don't think it has a high angle trajectory.
Well. Yes,
I think it's going to be close.
No,
good review to take, I think.
Nah, it's not a wicket. It's not a wicket.
That's out, I'm afraid. He's on his way, Matt Renshaw.
No.
That's hitting the top of off stump. He's got to walk back. Not a great test match from him. And that's out.
I was trying to give you guys some hope. But you don't mess with Ashwin. Ashwin did not get 440 plus test wickets for nothing.
Right.
That's 4 reds right there.
That's
absolutely. And does India play him enough? No. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not a great day for Australia. 442. Renshaw gone for 2. LBW by Ashwin. He got out for a golden duck in the first inning, so at least he got some runs in the test, but not significant.
Jihan, you're grasping at straws now. We're not talking about New Zealand, okay? We're talking about Australia, baby. This is India, Australia. And New Zealand stuck. India lost to New Zealand in the WTC. That one still hurts. But guess what? India was in the WTC. Just saying. And they're going to be there again.
It's over. There you go, Barry. It's over. Gosh. 42 for 4. 42 for 4 in 15. At least try to get through day 4. At least pray for some rain. All right? Come on. A day 3 loss? Really? Gosh.
Gabe, at what time medically does PTSD kick in? Is it after the 4th series loss or the 3rd or the first match?
Honestly, PTSD clicked in after we were getting ready. We just finished recording. We go to look on, and I was like, it's 7 for 1. Jack, I flipped. I'm like, I thought they were going to put up a stand. Like, 7 for PTSD kicked in there, Nick. It was rough right after that. Right after that.
I don't mean to make light of PTSD. It's a serious condition, and for anyone that has it, honestly, you have my prayers and my thoughts. But maybe PTSD is not the best word, but at some point, those flashbacks come in, and you're just like, no, I can't do it. No. Man.
Ooh, back to this. Has anyone heard of them changing the format? Because last year it was 1 game. At least this year's 3 games, right?
Is it 3 games, Jack?
That's what I heard. Because
No, it's
WTC
still
is
one. Still one.
Yeah,
For the
still
Didn't
final.
they say they were gonna? Didn't they say they were gonna do 3
100
games?
in the chat. Like the chat, please. Thank you.
Nope. I think they're just going to keep it the same. WTC
Why?
final.
Why?
Well, I think it comes down to scheduling, and with the schedule these days, it's very hard to just do that.
But Jack,
it's so
this
compacted,
is the W. It's a thing that's a year and a half long. They build up to it. Why not make it be at least a 3-match series?
Why do they hate cricket fans? Why do they hate pure?
Think about it. Think about
fans?
this. What do you guys think about this? I actually think this is a really good idea. What do you think about this? The travel would be a nightmare, right? You have one in one team's home ground, 1 match in the other teams, and then 1 match in neutral site. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if they can get the scheduling, the flights together? Each team gets the advantage of that home field match, and then you have the option of, can we steal a game in the opposing? I think that would be awesome.
I mean, at the very minimum, Nick, you have to make it 3 games. Test is about a series. You cannot just do 1 game. That's so frustrating. Even a 3-game test series is. I mean, it's not like we're asking for a 5-match test series, but at least a 3. You're gonna give us 1? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
But Yash, how are you gonna do that tiebreaker? You got to do. They do neutral matches right now for the WT's final. They did it for the last 2 years. You got to have some kind of tiebreaker, or who gets the advantage in the extra match. They have the neutral site right now, but why not at least get 1 home in there? Sorry for cutting you off there, Jack. I just want to throw it in there.
And
No,
if Test, if the Test fan base, right, Jack, is dying, as they say, why wouldn't they, give the Test fans something that they want? Test fans that, I love it, Jihan. We always have 36 all out. I love it.
Really?
36.
How'd that end out?
36 all out. 36 all out is like helmet catch, okay? It's just, it's in our back pockets.
You can break his arm, but you can't break their spirit.
Would cricket bodies agree to that? That's less time for T20. I love T20, but you're prioritizing T20 over Test? Over the championship for Test? Oh God, you can't do that.
Ooh, Ravi Ashwin, the most left-handed wickets taken in Test. That might have been an active chart, but still, 230, not too shabby. He's already got 3 in this match. Gabe, what do you think about Ravi Ashwin? You like this guy?
I think Ashwin, honestly, has, and here's a...
Oh, there's a boundary.
Here is a controversial take. I don't think India has done Ashwin any favors because they leave him off the team so many times, more often than not, especially when they're traveling outside of India. And like, if they would stick with Ashwin and not necessarily go to Axar or either, like, he would probably already have 500 wickets. And I think they've done him a disservice. Now, part of it is of his own doing, which is probably why he's one of my favorite Indian players, because he don't care. Ashwin says whatever he wants to say, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's a controversial figure from that standpoint, but his talent is undeniable. And I think that there's also been times he's been left off that you can't justify why they leave him off. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, what's going on? But I mean, that's my take on it. I mean, what is he at right now? 4 and change, 440.
Say that again.
How many wickets?
I was reading the comments.
How many wickets?
I remember at one point he was at 434. I don't know if that was a long time ago or not. So I don't know from the top. I'll look it up. I don't know from the top of my head.
I mean, and again, they leave him off, all the time. So could he have already surpassed 500? Probably. So yeah, he's past 450. They're saying in the chat. So I mean, that's my thought on Ashwin. I think that he's good enough to even win away, right, on flat pitches, on turn-in pitches. in England. Ashwin can pretty much bowl anywhere. Will he be as successful as India? No. As he is in the subcontinent? No. But to our point earlier, you know what I mean? Even when you go to those places, you just for a change of pace, you need those spinners. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why they leave him off. He's only 5 behind Nathan Lyon. That's crazy.
I like that unintended pun right there. A change of pace, they need spinners. I like that.
Why do you think he gets left off as much as he does, Jack?
Because Indians have so many options, I suppose, which is hard to get him in the side.
But if he's your leading wicket taker,
yes.
I mean, is it that hard? I know what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but why do they make it so hard?
Well, they shouldn't make it hard because you should be in the team list first cab off.
Are you going to do that to Nathan Lyon? We got some other guys we like more. What?
No, you're always going to pick your best bowlers. That's the thing with selection. If he's your best bowler, can take wickets, be a match winner, then select him. But
I mean, is it a question to put Kohli in there? No, it's not a question to put Kohli in there. I don't care how many goose eggs he throws up there. You're going to put Kohli if he wants to play. Need a stream for Women's World Cup, please. We're always going to be honest and transparent. When's the Women's World Cup? Let us know, please. Got a few super chats here. Thanks for that. We'll let you know. We have streamed a few women's games. Gabe still has not forgiven Ecclestone. Still has not in that match there. A lot of fun there.
Listen, I'm just saying. Sophie Ecclestone, if you're playing against her, you got to watch out for
put the finger up. Put the finger up, Richard.
No.
You're lucky I didn't call you by your nickname, Richard.
Now, Ashwin's getting greedy. No way that's a wicket.
That was a wicket. Easy.
That's not a wicket.
Oh,
that's no wicket.
Are they gonna review it?
No, they're not gonna review it.
Yes, they're gonna review.
He reviewed it?
Absolutely. If Ashwin said he's got 450 others, you don't think he knows a wicket when he sees one?
Listen, if it was that way, who's the guy that literally shouts every single ball? Siraj. Siraj would have 450 wickets as much as he shouts because everything's a wicket in Lord Siraj's eyes.
Ooh, that trajectory might be a little too high, but he's getting low. I wonder where the impact line is. I think the impact was good on the pitch. We got some super chats here as we're waiting for the decision here. Dr. Jihan, once again, Jack was listening to the great cricketer, and they keep saying after this series, WTC and the Ashes, it signals the death of Test cricket. Thoughts? So he's saying, I think what he's saying is after this big series, after Ashes, after WTC, which will all end by July time,
right?
It'll be the death of cricket. What do you think? Test cricket.
Yes, as
I don't think so.
I didn't listen to that, Jihan, but oh dear. Ooh. That's out. That's hitting leg stump. Hanscom's got to go.
Oh, baby.
Richard Inningworth's got
another umpire. Another umpire who hates India.
Yeah. This could end in this session.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much over now. It's going to be an innings defeat.
Dude, that looks
the last time Australia has felt this way. Dude, I mean, honestly, they've been so dominant.
The last loss that we had was in Sri Lanka, and it was a similar pattern to this test.
You guys were shocked by that one, though. Yeah.
Yeah, Pradap Surya, the debutant, got 12 wickets. So that's our last loss, and this will be the next one, obviously. But, that's what you expect from Australia. They go to the subcontinent, they struggle on spinning, turning tracks, and the Indian spinners get more out of the surface than we do. And you can see that. They've got the ball to turn lots, and I don't know, they just make things happen. And unlike our spinners, we can't seem to get the ball to turn as much. But all of a sudden, the pitch has come to life. And I expected this would happen, and it has panned out the way I envisioned. So, it's painful to watch, but it is what it is.
Hanscom was not too handsome on that shot. I'm just saying.
And you know what's sad? I can see your wheels turning saying, I think there's a point here. It's so sad.
That's what Ozjock says. He says he can see it on my face.
You
I
can
get
see it in
excited,
your face,
like a dog chasing a car or something.
Yeah, like I got an opportunity for a pun here.
Oh,
But
I'm not gonna miss it.
I am concerned, Jihan, because I have heard the same talk of Test cricket losing its popularity, even losing sponsorships. That people talking about how advertising dollars. You're not getting as many. So why wouldn't you make the WTC a 3-day match? Again, you're losing the diehard Test cricket audience, and it's frustrating. So I have heard the same thing, and I mean, I hope they're wrong.
Yes, I actually did an episode on. Sorry, Nick. I actually did an episode on Test cricket's relevance and future. So I offered my thoughts there, talking about it, and yes, its relevance and its future is definitely uncertain because times have changed, and people rather prefer the short and quick format of T20 cricket. So go check that episode out on the podcast.
What's that one titled?
It's Test cricket's can't remember off the top of my head, but if you type in Test cricket, Nick, it'll come up. So Test cricket's relevance and future. That's what it's called.
So Dinesh, BBC can go tell propaganda against India. Wait, is that his name? Is that it? That is classic. That is classic. BBC can go to hell. Propaganda against India says there's only 3 Test teams who care about Test cricket: England, India, and Australia. Rest are not good. That's why the other teams only get 2 tests. And we have said that the West Indies also don't prioritize tests as much as they should. Their players don't. And that's because their players focus on playing white ball cricket because it's more conducive to T20 cricket and the domestic leagues where they make big money. So I don't think you're far off there.
Right.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
I got an interesting stat for everyone, seeing that I'm the stats guy. Someone called me the professor the other day. Anyway.
I love it.
Australia's lowest Test score in India, completed innings, it's 105. That was against India when they lost that test in 1959 in Kanpur. That was actually India's first ever test win against Australia. And they lost that test by 120 odd runs. So Australia will have to beat that to not have that unwanted record. So hopefully we can beat that.
Gabe is looking like a disappointed cricket fan. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough. Oh man.
You know how we feel, Gabe, as cricket fans when this happens. It's always hard to watch, but cricket, that's what it is.
I feel like I'm learning so much today, but is the women's IPL finally going to happen where they're going to have actual teams, not just a little tournament for a few matches?
Yep.
Awesome. I don't know when that auction is, but I'm excited for that. Gabe and I always enjoy watching.
It's on the 13th, so Monday.
Oh, the day before Valentine's Day.
So
I agree with this comment from John. He says a good shellacking might make our selection change their attitude, but I doubt it. Getting a flogging can be a good learning curve. It absolutely should. You've got to learn from it because you're not going to have 2, butt kickers in a row more than likely. You learn from it, you get better, and you can pinpoint to that. Like 36 all out, you can pinpoint to that. You can point at that moment and say, we overcame, we rose, we didn't just fold.
Well, I mean, I completely agree, and I think the only thing that, especially in a match like this, right, it would be good to have a Travis Head in there because you would say, because he's bats middle of the order, this would be his time to say, okay, I'm going to try to last as long as I can. I'm going to play Test cricket right now, and I'm going to defend, and I'm going to if I've got to be Pujara-like, all right, and take 100 balls to, score, 15 runs or 20 runs, whatever. But you're not giving them that opportunity by not even putting them on a squad. You know what I mean? And that's one of the frustrating things. Krishna says, hey, Nick and Gabe and Jack, I hope Australia would have put up a better fight. Come on. After the 2017 series, but India's lower order batting has gotten stronger since, with Jadu, Ashwin, Axar getting good. You know what's also frustrating, Jack? I've seen both recent, like literally within the last year. Ashwin and Axar can both put up a century.
Oh,
that's not even fair. That's not, dude. They're spinners. They're bowlers. It's not even like they're all rounders. They're bowlers. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we need Lord Siraj bats down there. Okay, we need Boomerang type bats down there. But yeah, like when you got Axar or Ashwin, they're legit bats. They are legit bats as they come. So you're talking about India's tail like now being only 2 bowlers, maybe 3. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, really? Yeah. Again, to your point, Australia was not looking that bad. What were they? 165 for 3 or 165 for 5, something like that. Like we could have got out of that first inning at 2, maybe 250, somewhere there. It would have been a game. It would have get, but then no. Okay, fine. Give up 70 to Jadeja. It's the Jadeja, okay? The guys.
Yeah.
And that's with 2 debutantes getting only 8, not really contributing in Sky and
well, we don't talk about Sky.
They didn't need him. They didn't need him.
When you talk about Sky,
did he perform? You think Gil could have got at least 8? Now
start this conversation. Don't start this conversation.
He got more than Uzi. I'm just saying he got more than Uzi. But Gil, I'm saying I would have taken Rahul out. Me, Gabe, and I were talking about take Rahul out, put in Gil. I don't know why that wasn't done.
Nick hates Rahul.
Oh, I have never seen him internationally, besides maybe once out of like 15 tries, perform. Now I said the same thing about Pont, maybe a little more than a year ago, and then he went on a tear for like 8 matches or something like that. Okay, so hopefully it happens. And I'm not saying get rid of Sky. I'm going to say if you put him in the first match, you got to play him every match so he can get that experience. But that's with those 2 debutantes not really contributing. And they even have Boomerang in there. They don't even have Boomerang in there for crying out loud.
To be fair, yes, Sonny, yes. Lord Thakor is good with the bat. From time to time, you'll get something good out of a Washington Sundar. Jack, let's end this conversation right now. All right. And then I want the whole chat to chime in. All right. Are you team Sky or team Gil? Think about this cautiously, Jack.
No,
you don't want Gabe hate on you. Just
let him on it. Gabe hates on everybody.
Well, they're 2 very good players, obviously. That's one. Yeah. Well, it doesn't concern me really because I don't support India, of course. I support Australia, so it couldn't concern me.
Review.
But if I had to choose one, both have had pretty
seeing
good.
them both bat. Who do you think is the better batsman? Who has the chance to win?
Sky looks pretty good. He's exciting when I watch him.
Why are you so far ahead of me? I just
he looks pretty good in T20 cricket. He's really come into the team and grabbed his opportunity with both hands, and
his bat is sit on that.
And obviously, Shubman Gill's good as well. But if I had to choose one, it's probably Sky, maybe.
Sky, okay. In the chat, let us know. Type in just Sky or Gill. Sky or Gill. So far, I see 2 Skies. I mean, 2 Gills. Krishna, how dare you? That's gonna be
Carey could not carry the team today, baby. He's done. He's done.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question.
Down goes Alex. Does Australia have unlimited reviews? And do they just love doing the tea sign? Do they think that means like tea and drinks or something like that? How many more reviews do they have? They keep losing them.
I hate that you're so far ahead of me. I was like, because I saw you like a minute before. Nick, you're the worst. He's like, down goes Carey. He couldn't carry the tea. Be honest. While Carey was down, you're thinking to yourself, I hope this is out because I got a good one. Down goes Carey. You were working on that, weren't you?
It came to me as soon as he lost the wicket. That's the beauty of it.
Gil. What is going on?
He's done.
CFA
Nation.
Review
everything. Unless that bat barely clipped it, we'll have to look at the edge here. He's donesies. Goodbye.
It's close, but I don't think it's okay. He hasn't hit it. So Pitching outside off
Not even on the
impacted
glove.
line. Yeah,
No.
that's not going to bounce over the top. That's crashing into middle and leg.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Kerry, he's got to walk back to the pavilion.
Wow.
But I agree with the chat. For Tess Gill, just because he's in a fantastic international form, he has experience under his belt, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is a good question for you, Jack. I'm being serious here. Right there where it has the impact in line.
Yes.
I get confused by that because it's not in the blue. Explain to me why it's still considered in line when it's not in that blue.
All right. This is okay. So for LBWs, right, the impact of where the ball hits the pad. So we saw there on that Hawkeye with Kerry, the ball pitched in line, if I can use this pen as a tool, pitched in line with off stump. So the impact with off stump, right? Okay, so if the impact's outside the line, which is outside the line of off stump, and if Kerry's playing a shot, attempting to play a shot, he cannot be given out LBW. But if he's not playing a shot and the impact is outside the line of off stump, the umpire, if he feels like the ball's hitting the stumps, can give Kerry out LBW. So the impact has to be in line with the stumps, or if it's outside off stump, he's not going to be playing a shot to be given out.
Gotcha. That's perfect
It's
explanation.
the same with the leg stump as well, the leg stump line. So if it impact outside leg, line of leg stump, not out. Because you can't be given out LBW if it's outside leg. So
is that the case on either side of the impact line?
That's the same. Okay. So if it pitches outside leg, impact was outside line of leg stump, that's not out. So you got to remember with that one is, okay, impact outside the line, but is he playing a shot? If that happens, he can't be given out LBW. If he doesn't play a shot, impact outside the line of off stump, he can be given out LBW. So that's how the LBW works. I hope that's clarified it.
That's perfect. And I just want to add one thing to it. Ashwin's got a fifer. Just saying. Fifer.
I didn't realize
we call that a Mumbai Indian. We call that a Mumbai Indian. That's a fifer.
You're the worst.
We're not surprised by Ashwin picking up 5 wickets, and
especially in
Jadeja
India
in the first innings. And he's a good bowler. And he's got 450 test wickets for a reason. Most of them at home. He's pretty lethal. And
Alani's got the recap of the puns so far, Gabe, just for you. Hanscom did not play a handsome shot, and Kerry could not carry the team. That's good stuff.
You know what? We should document. You could
good stuff.
There's I watched this show. I watched this show called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and there's this funny character in there, and she's like, if I die, record all my tweets and put it in the book. We need to record all Nick's puns and put them in the book. Honestly, like start a forum, a chat called Nick's Puns. All the terrible puns over the last 3 years. Because I'm telling, there's some doozies. Actually, Kerry's couldn't carry the team was pretty good, Nick. I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
That was actually
I was going to say
that was a good.
I would say 85% are pretty good. They make me laugh.
Not even close. Not even close. Listen, I'll challenge that. Okay, listen. You want to go to the tape on that? Are we going to 85%? We're going to have to go after each and every
the flag. Throw the flag. True CFA Nation. Yeah, exactly. Oman. You know that's a classic right there. True CFA Nation. Okay, I may have offended an entire country, but
yes,
true CFA Nation. I want to know. Give me a percentage, 0 to 100. Okay, what percentage of those jokes definitely land? Let me know. I feel confident by 85.
I am, Yas. Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yes. If I die, record my tweets and turn them into a book. that's Nick. We need to record his puns. Oh man, you just besmirched an entire country.
Oh man,
100%.
Yes, yes. Gabe, here we go. Vindication.
I like this one for Raj. 101.15% of your jokes land. 101.1%. Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, it's got 100 in there somewhere. Oh, stop with the 69. I know what you're doing there. A few of you guys thought of it. Very nice. Barath, You couldn't give me an extra 5? J0, you're a hater.
I love it, Jay.
We are only going to qualify the first 4 votes. Those are all 90 or higher.
The first 4 votes.
The other ones did not get in enough time. Sorry.
Dude. Here I go. Here goes another. What do you call it? Here goes another. I'm getting banned for another week, Jack. It sounds like Trump fans during the election. Stop the count! Stop the count!
Stop it, man.
Dude, after four votes, stop the count.
Gabe, what you don't understand is I didn't even need Russia's help on that vote right there. That's what I'm saying. Okay?
Jeez, Louise.
Steven,
we're getting canceled.
You're an Australia fan. Doesn't count. All right. So we got a super chat here from Shatiz. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Guys, please guess Australia will go down under 100 or more. Oh, they're definitely going down under 100. 100%.
Listen. You can't guarantee.
100%.
You got smudge.
Tail end? Tail end? Do I fear Nathan Lyon as a batter? Are you serious right now?
Is smudge a tail ender?
Yeah, then it's going to wrap up pretty quickly. The tail end won't last long, that's for sure.
Don't you disrespect Smudge. Don't you disrespect Smudge.
Who's disrespecting Smudge?
But,
exactly.
I'll be happy if Australia can beat that 100 odd, as I mentioned before, with that stat. Their lowest test score in India. I hope they can get past that, because I think the team of 1959 will be saying, at least we don't have that record anymore. Now given to this team in 2023.
You said at least we don't have that record anymore.
The best team in the world.
That was at Green Park, Kanpur. And Australia were chasing in that game. They lost by 120 odd runs. India's first ever test win against Australia came in that test. But they lost the series 2-1 to Australia, best of 5. But they got that win, which is quite historic in Indian cricket history. But Australia need to beat 105. At this stage, it probably looks like they won't do that. But just get over 100, at least.
Nav, I was wondering about this. Like, they don't use KL as wicketkeeper internationally too often. It's almost like they don't want that to happen. I didn't even realize he was a vice captain, ladies and gentlemen. I guess he's going nowhere. What do you think about KL as a wicketkeeper in a test match? Long day. Several long days. I'm not sure about that.
Krishna, you're on my list. Oh, you're on my list. How dare you?
No,
serious liar? Serious liar? Really?
I don't think they're going to – Iyer's not going to go in there for Sky. But, Gabe, is KL going to wicket keep?
Well, I'm not as much as a KL Rahul hater as you are. Okay, Nick?
I'm not a hater. I'm just telling what I see.
You hate the man. Nick, under a daily basis, besmirches the great name of KL Rahul. I don't know what KL Rahul has done to you. Okay, seems like a cool guy to me. You know, we could go to a local pub, have a pint. Looks like he's a nice guy. He goes to hospitals, kisses babies. I don't know what he did to you.
You hate on him plenty of times.
Not as much as you. Listen, has he joined the likes of John Campbell? See what you did to me there?
Oh, you said you never would.
Wait, I haven't actually besmirched the name. Has he joined the Sinister Six? No. So I've not hated on KL Rahul as much as you have. Just saying.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Good point, too, being an opening batsman as well. Thank you. Jihan, super chat. When they went in 2004, I love this. This is therapy. They had good players to spin. Damian Martin, Kadich, Michael Clark, and Hayden Langer. Only Smith is proven against spin here.
Yeah.
How many of those guys are in the Australia Memorial videos? I mean, are they still alive? We're talking about these guys. It was a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
No, but he's right. He's right about that. Smith is the only one who's got a good record in India, and he's averaging like 58 or something, so 600 runs. So. The rest are on their tour for the first time, like Labuschagne and Khawaja and that. They're They're touring for the first time, so
and they're getting chewed up and spit out.
Well, that was going to happen. It was always going to end like this, and I've watched a lot of cricket over my time, and you just have a feeling that it's going to wrap up quickly, and that's what happens in the subcontinent. You get one, it can happen pretty quickly, and that's the end of the game.
Kawhi isn't going anywhere. Are you crazy, Tom? Kawhi isn't going nowhere. All right. Look at outside of this series so far in India. Look at his last 3 series. Are you kidding me? Oh, for the love of
now you're ahead of me. Now you're ahead of me. Oh, bye. There we go. Pat coming. Tail end.
Yeah, it's not going to
Sub 100. It's over. Pack it up. Let's turn this place into a parking lot for crying out loud. Set up the next venue. It's over. I mean, honestly, it is beyond over. Pat Cummins is literally walking away saying, thank goodness. I hate losing, and this is embarrassing. I need my wife to kiss my wounds or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least I can do other things this evening rather than just watching the last session because we won't get past tea.
I like this one, Eli. What would be a pun for Pat? Pat came early? That's awesome. That's pretty awesome right there. No, it's very simple for Pat. We can't hear you, Gabe. You're muted. It's very simple for Pat Cummins. He just lost his wicket. Hey, Pat, come in. Come into the locker room because you're done, baby. That's right. That would be the pun. Very simple. Pat, come in.
You guys are encouraging him. Oh, gosh. Pat, come in, right?
I do this all day. Pat, come in.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I listen, Smudge needs help. All right. What are you doing? All right. You're trying to last out there. Come on, Pat Cummins. You're the captain of the team. Play responsibly.
He did come in. Don't worry about it. You're good.
He came in and then he soon left.
Gabe, is that your definition of a best a man can be? 1 run?
You should.
Well,
mouth.
Yeah.
He matched his wicket total at least.
I mean, but why is he even trying to play a shot? I don't.
Well, they're just not really confident against the spin. You can see that. They're a bit tentative.
Man.
And a lot of the dismissals are LBWs. So India challenging the pads. And there's only been 2 caught.
Man can get.
So that's an indication of how they're bowling. So they're challenging the front pads and it's worked. And all of the Australian batsmen are out LBW, barring 2 that have been caught. And that was Khawaja by Kohli and Cummins last dismissal by Bharat on debut. Everyone else has got out LBW, Ashwin, Jadeja. That's what the scorecard is. One after another. And it's
That's all you need. Jay, you said my puns are 0% funny. So if you think that one was bad, that means I'm still batting 100% with you. So not too worried about that. Sonny S, I'm a little concerned about your opinion, but don't worry. There's plenty more to come.
He's got a treasure trove of puns. Jeez.
Exactly. He knows what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Everyone, please do us a huge favor. Please like this stream. All right? Like it for the bad jokes. Like it for the misery of these 2 guys who are usually quite chipper. Like it for whatever reason you want, but please hit that thumbs up. It would really help us out. Hit the subscribe too if you're new to the channel. This is as good as it gets, okay? It doesn't get much better. But if you're enjoying yourself, hit the subscribe button, please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you come here for the jokes and the banter, a little camaraderie. If you want actual analysis, go check out the Dibbly Dobbly podcast. Jack is way more. Honestly, I don't know why Jack lessens himself coming on here with us because it's like, Americanism, like it's contagious, Jack. You know what I mean? It'll rub off on you or whatever. All of a sudden, you'll be talking all loud in places. You'll be doing bad dad jokes and puns. I'm telling you, ask your family. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, don't you dare.
Gabe, I hear taps somewhere. I hear taps. We got a super chat here from Steven. The country of Australia even sent you an honorary baggy green. And this is how you treat us? Enjoy it now. Looking forward to that WTC. That's right. He knows what's up. I'm CFA 1, baby. Gabe's got CFA like 455. All right.
455.
They sent us the baggy green, which I appreciate. But baggy green aside, this is glorious. And I'm also looking forward to the WTC because Australia, they just wet the bed when they play against India. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay?
Wow. Nick,
That's all
I
I'm
think
trying to say.
you've broken Jihan.
There's
Stephen. I don't know if it's Steven or Stephen. Thank you for the super chat. He's like Zach Cummings. Make captain again. Wow. Jihan, don't lose the faith. Wow, easy there. Wow. And I thought I was overreaction. Wow, Zach Cummings.
Yes, I love it. He is broken. John, I think it actually does help us in the long run. So go for that dislike. That's okay. Doesn't bother us at all. Thanks for the super chat, Steve. I'm just saying. The good thing for Australia, let's be serious for a second. The good thing for Australia is WTC in England at the Oval. That's, I think, one constant. They haven't lost a test series against India. So they have a chance. That's all I'm trying to say.
Man. Nick, how quickly things change. I remember Patty Cummings winning his very first series as a test captain.
He's already fired.
Consistency. If anything, that's what Australia needs. Consistency. Like captains coming and going. Now they're getting rid of coaches. How about like you get rid of selection committee? How about that? Wow. Wow. What did he last?
And it's in India. This is their kryptonite. This is everyone's kryptonite. So don't feel too bad. Like, honestly, it's one match and it's in India. I mean, what were you? Even the players said this is bigger than the Ashes. They know how tough this is. They don't want to come here. It's been 6 years since the last time.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jack, I'm just curious because apparently it's already being discussed out there. Somebody says that that Unfiltered Cricket Podcast said that Cummins would not be captain after this tour. Would this be the shortest captaincy in Australia's history? Like he just barely became captain. It's like
had captains that haven't captained long. I have to do the research, Gabe, but
it's been like a year. It's been like a year. I can remember.
There has been some captains that haven't had short tenure. I have to check, but I think we're just overreacting. Look, it's the first test of the series. It's gone badly for Australia, but there's still 3 tests to go. You got to pick yourself up.
There's definitely still 3.
Dust yourself off. Go again.
And they honestly, they can spoil India's. Oh wow, that's a shot.
Very good shot from Steph. And, he's going to be aggressive, and that's the right way to go.
If they draw a few matches or even win a match in this series, they can spoil India's possibly their chances to get to WTC. So there's still a lot that can happen. I'm enjoying this one right now, but next match is a new match. You never know what's going to happen. We'll see.
That's right.
Shatij, another super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I think so. Australians were so busy watching the test season 2 on Amazon. They're better actors than players. Oh, man.
Oh, how dare you. Oh, how dare you.
But I didn't mind season 2. I watched all 4 episodes, and I think it's better than season 1.
So what? It's not even done yet. It's still going. It's only 4 episodes total.
It's only 4 episodes because they didn't do India because of the last 2 years or whatever. Couldn't get close to the players. So it was just the Ashes, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and 1 episode that crossed over from the 2 tours or whatever. So
that's convenient that they skipped over the India part.
No, because they couldn't get close to the players net because it was a bio bubble secured sort of thing, really. So they couldn't do that for season 2. But I liked how they went about it for season 2. I think it was pretty good.
Get Tim Payne back. Get Tim Payne back. What is going on?
Gabe, look at this one. Gabe, read this one. This is classic.
Joe Burns is being loaded.
I think it was Han on my string the other day.
It's so bad.
He said something about Joe Burns. He said there's 456 test players to play for Australia, and then there's one Joe Burns. He's not great. That's what Han said.
That would be a classic con right there.
Yeah.
That's a classic con. Oh my gosh. Joe Burns is being...
No, he's not. He's not.
This match has broken the Australia fan. It's broken you. Are you kidding me? Guys, calm down. They're trying to sack Cummins after he's not even been captain, I don't think, for a year. They're talking about bringing back one of the worst opening batsmen that I can remember. And okay, Tim Payne, I'm not gonna lie, he was a good captain. But the guy, did you forget why he got sacked? Do we want to be on the cover of Quick Buzz and everybody investigating who he did what with and what woman got sacked? Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! It's bad. It's bad. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't make it. Can't make it up.
Oh yes, Delhi is a Turner. I love it.
You can't make that up. Bring back Joe Burns. Oh gosh, that would be.
Jihan, so the Padres, my baseball team, who usually suck, they had a really good postseason. Didn't win it all, but they had a really good postseason. I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched those games, just like holding my blanket and being like, "Oh, that was fun." I think Jihan's doing the same thing with old Australia highlights. Just saying.
Gosh, you're out of control.
I watched Mark Waugh's 153 at Bangalore in 1998. Great innings, use his feet to the spinners. Haven't seen that at all this match.
No, we haven't.
We made a mistake.
It's been pretty defensive and negative, really, from Australia. So,
what is going on? Alex Carey's wife always complains, don't play reverse. However, he never listens and gets out early. Listen, we talked about it. They play reverse, right? Because they're not confident in their defense, right? And it's bad. Oh boy. When
his wife is giving him tips and he's not listening,
and you're still not listening, that's got to be a fun conversation to have. I can see it now. You're about to get dropped. You're about to get dropped.
I guess his wife doesn't carry the pants like she would want to in that family.
Yeah.
I am seriously going to pay somebody to go through each one of our streams, and I'm going to give it to you for your 40th birthday. It's a book of Nick puns.
Oh, there's a sitter, if I ever saw one, bouncing off the bat or the pad or something, but he's out. Axstar gets his wicket. Murphy, I don't have one for him. Sorry, I don't. Murphy's out. Hey, looks like Murphy's Law didn't work out.
Thank you. It's painful. He's on a tear. He's on a tear with all these horrible puns.
Or Murphy's Law did work.
Drop Kawaj? Guys, Kawaj.
Oh.
Drop Kawaj.
It's Murphy's Law. Anything that can't go wrong will go wrong. That's the name of this match.
It is Murphy's Law because the stream has gone nuts. What is going on? Kawaj has probably been Australia's second highest scorer. What now? 3 series or something like that in a row? Kawaj is like, drop Kawaj because he had 2 bad innings? Drop Warner. Why not? Let's get rid of everybody. Yeah, let's bring back Joe Burns. Drop Kawaj? Papul, what are you doing to me? And you know he's one of my favorite players. Come on. Matter of fact, now I got to do research. And I'm lazy. I hate doing research. Now I got to read you Kawaj's last 4 or 5 innings. Are you kidding? Drop Kawaj?
How do you feel about not getting under 100 prediction now?
Not feeling too good there, Cotton.
Your hopes are in Nathan Lyon's hands.
Bro, it's not that hard for these guys to, oh gosh, it's so bad. Survive! Steve Smith's looking around like, is there no one else? Is there no one else? Oh my God.
What's up, Nima? Cameron Green, the savior. Oh no. Everyone in the chat, 142, 144. This is a new high for us in a long time. Do us a huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. And then when we're done here today, go check out the Dibbly Dobbly podcast for all of your Australia cricket needs. He's got some great content coming out all the time, especially the most recent video. Check that out for sure. You will not be disappointed. You will thank me after you watch the video. And I want all the credit. I want all the credit.
Me. All about me, Hunnick.
Yeah, someone taught me that, and I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, if you can't beat him, join him.
Absolutely. Oh, he had a good idea.
At least Australia didn't have their biggest innings defeat against India in Tests. That was 219 in 1998 in the Eden Gardens, then 135 in 2013 in Hyderabad, and then I think 100 at the Wankhede in 1979. So this defeat will definitely be up there in those top few, but at least they didn't beat their highest one. I guess that's a plus, but anyway.
At what point did Jack lose hope? Before day 3 started. It was already gone.
Pretty much at the end of day 1, Nick.
Yeah.
No, I knew this was going to happen to that, so I'm not surprised. I'm used to it. So. When Australia go to India, so every Australian supporter would tell you that. So
the main concern I have now at this point in the match is Jadeja's hair. He's in that like in between stage where it's not long enough where it just kind of flows, and he keeps messing with it. I think it's messing with his confidence right now because he's too worried about his hair. We need to get someone to gel that sucker down.
He knows he's on TV.
But he's growing those locks out. You know he is.
Dude, I hate ESPN Quick Info.
Kick save and a butte.
It is not user friendly. I'm over here just trying to get Kawaj's like last few innings, and they keep giving me like his entire.
You want me to do that, Gabe? I can do that.
If you wouldn't mind, because again,
yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Pretty much I spend most of my time on there, so I know how it works. So Usman Khawaja, you want? Okay.
Yes, please.
Have a look at his previous innings.
Drop Kawaj. Oh gosh.
But I'll get that up and get you that information.
While that happens, Nick, I gotta ask.
Oh, please ask.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying, Jihan. He had 195 his last inning. That was his all-time high, by the way. But I'm like, drop Kawaj? Really? Come on.
I think it's a good idea.
You shut your mouth. How dare you?
I think it's a good idea. Absolutely.
How would you like to see Steve Smith run out? Oh, man. I mean, at this point.
There's a boundary.
Oh, that's good. All right, Gabe, I got it. I got the list.
See, guys, what did I tell you? 133 in the chat. Jack's the best in the business, all right? He gets the stats. He gets the hard-hitting information we need. Hit us with us, Jack, because I don't.
All right, so Usman Khawaja. Okay. Let me just change the settings a bit because it's just starting from his career when he debuted. I want that the other way around. I want the most recent at the top. There we go. All right, Gabe. So Usman Khawaja, his last few Test innings, scored 1 in the first innings at Nagpur, and obviously he scored. What did he score in the second innings? Not much.
Not much.
Anyway, that hasn't updated that. Okay, so he didn't. So he got 5. He got. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so low scores in Nagpur, obviously. The South Africa Test in Sydney was 195 not out. And then the one in Melbourne was 1. That was in the
That's
second
Uzi form.
And then Brisbane on that green top was 11. Ooh. And then he got 2 against South Africa. That was in the last innings in the run chase. West Indies, he got 62 in the first innings in Adelaide.
Oh, God, I remember that.
So second innings, he got 45 in that same test. And then he got 65 in Perth against the All West Indies game in the first innings.
Yeah, and that's why I'm traumatized.
And then second innings against the West Indies, he got 6. And then in Sri Lanka, subcontinent, he got 37 in Gaul. And then he got 29 in that same test. That was the second test because we were both played in Gaul. And then he got 71 in the first test. And then he got 0 not out because David Warner scored all the runs in the run chase and Australia won by 10 wickets. In Pakistan at Lahore, he got 91, and then he got 104. That was in the same test. Then he got 160 in the previous test, the second test in Karachi. And then the second inning, that was in the first innings. The second innings of the Karachi test, he got 44 not out. And then he got 97 in the first test at Rawalpindi. And then...
This is who we're trying to drop. This is who we're trying to drop.
I think it's a sound argument. I think it's a sound argument.
You want me to continue with his Ashes series?
Oh my God!
Let's cut to commercial real quick. We got a super chat here. Our program is provided to you by Shatij. Appreciate that. So Australia on the path to lose 4 consecutive series against India and 2 of them at home. Such a shame. Yeah.
Shut your mouth, Shatij. We don't know that
about the worried about WTC. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate more the comment because that breaks their hearts even more. Another super chat here from Jihan. I'm scared to read this. I don't know if I should read this. For all the pitch talk before the match, Australia cannot complain. There you go. They batted first after winning the toss. The ball only started turning sharply at the end of the second innings. 2 left-handers scored heavily. Appreciate that, Jihan. You're absolutely correct. And remember this, Jack. We were talking about this you said at least they won the toss. That's good. And I honestly didn't know. Like, is that a good thing or not? He's like, you definitely always want to bat first because the pitch, this or that. I said, but what if it doesn't? What if it does the opposite? And look at what's happening.
Yeah. That's right.
Thank you, Dr. Jihan.
Interesting.
But yeah, he's right. And Australia got a lot of work to do ahead of the second test. Anyway.
Great cricketer. Harsha Bhogle interview. We will have to check it out. Great interview for them there. Awesome. Getting the legend on there.
They did that with him during the T20 World Cup for an hour or so. I watched a little bit of it, not all of it. But it was pretty good.
Kawaj equals Burstow.
I think that's a heart, isn't it?
No, that's
a handshake, I think.
Well, here's the thing.
Handshake, yeah.
They're both. I can see what you mean by that because sometimes they can just put up a ton and then they can, fall flat on their face from time to time. Yeah. I think Kawhi is more consistent than Bairstow, but fair enough.
Yeah,
he's in Bairstow form now.
I mean, I'm going to be a little bit of hater. Jadeja, Rohit, or Ashwin, man of the match. The pitch curator's a man of the match. Yeah, that's just me doing
honestly, you guys are going to be, predictable, Nick. I got to say Rohit, and this is my reason why. I want to say Jadeja because if I'm not mistaken, he's just coming off injury and he's playing like this, top form. Absolutely. It actually should be Jadeja. But the reason why I'm going to throw in Rohit's name is because he set the stage. Australia didn't score too much. He put in a 120 as an opener, as the captain. My biggest complaint with Kohli as a captain for the last few years was he was struggling with the bat. He wasn't getting enough score. It's a consistent runs, and you got to lead by example, okay? He put the team on his back. He let them all relax a bunch. Spinners getting wickets in India, is that something new? I don't think so. Not to take anything away from those guys. Now, Jadeja did have, what did he get, 70 or something like that?
He got 70 and he got a century.
He got like 9 wickets or something like that. He's going to get man of the match, but that's where my argument for Rohit is at because it set the stage. 100 on this pitch. Give me a break.
And Nathan Lyon with a 4. Nathan Lyon doing his best to make sure.
Back what I said
not bad,
earlier.
Nathan Lyon. He can hit the ball a bit, but only him and Scott Boland left, and it's never a good place being number 11. I can tell you, being number 11 myself is most difficult place to bat because you're the last wicket and you expect to get out. So
you're the last of the Mohicans, as they say.
A super sticker from Vaibhav. Appreciate that for the super sticker. If you have a comment, let us know. I hear when Scott Boland's about to go in, he's going to hit the start button for his Hot Pocket. I'll see you in 2 minutes.
Hot Pocket match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like the Australian batsman today. They've walked out, and then the next batsman's at the gate ready, padded up, and he's not going to last long. Oh, he's out. Okay, we'll go in. Not same again. Nah,
I mean, Steve Smith at 22 has outscored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his teammates. That is ridiculous. At 22, he's outscored 6 of his teammates.
Yeah, he he got 30 odd in the first innings and now 20 odd here. So he's definitely a cut above the rest, Steve Smith. And he's the key for Australia if they have any hope of winning this series.
He looks extremely comfortable in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, and he just looks unfussed. The best players in the world have all the time in the world. And I sort of refer to Steve Smith as the reincarnation of Sir Donald Bradman because he's batting like him. Well, not quite like him, but closer to this modern era.
Jack, we talked about this. Easy. Bradman's rolling over his grave right now. Easy.
He's like, listen,
he averaged 99.
Dude, that story still kills me, Jack. I mean, in a way, you appreciate the 99 if you know the story behind it, because he could have easily just said, "Oh no, I'm gonna retire at 100." You know what I mean? And not played. But man, like,
yeah, he was getting towards the end of his career in England when he went over there in 1948 with the Invincibles, and then he got out for a duck in his last innings, bowled by Eric Hollies at the Oval, which you and Nick have reacted to, Gabe.
We have,
Yes, he didn't know that he was needing 4 runs to get 100. He didn't know that.
How did he not know?
Because back then you didn't really much know about your stats like you do now. Your game was different in the 40s. You didn't.
I can believe it. We're obsessed with stats.
He didn't know. He couldn't care less. He wasn't a person that didn't like the adulation, and he didn't like that because he was more of a recluse when he entered his latter years.
But isn't it true as he was retired and he was kind of enjoying those spoils that it seemed like just from like the things I've heard that he really cared a lot more about it, almost to the point where he was kind of criticizing the current players?
Well, it would have been a fantastic achievement if he did it, but it's still pretty good. He's averaging 99.94 and no one else has ever come close. And he only batted 50 odd times and he got triple centuries, doubles, and had a song written about him. Don Bradman, is he any good? Back in the day. And just recently, Nick and Gabe, there was a documentary in Australia about Bradman and Tendulkar, when Bradman said, Tendulkar reminds me of me when I used to play. That was a very insightful documentary that was on in Australia a few weeks ago. I don't know if you can access it there in the States, but it's worth watching because, and they interviewed Sachin and obviously getting stuff from Sir Donald as well, how he thought about him. And he saw it on the television and his wife said, I think this lad plays like you, Don. And he looks at it and he's like, oh, yeah, he does. So he made that compliment.
Wow.
And he went over to his house in Adelaide for his 90th birthday. Shane Warne was there. And obviously Sachin's the only one left out of that photo that's still here, obviously, because Don passed away in 2001 and Warney obviously no longer with us. So it was a special moment for both of them meeting the great man. And I think Warney said, oh, you got to talk to him because you're the batsman. I'm just a leg spinning bowler. You talk to him about batting, how you went about it, had you approached your innings in that. So yeah, it's quite a very good documentary. Well produced, I must say. But no doubt he was the greatest of all time, Sir Donald. And it's a shame that he didn't play in India. Didn't play in India at all. And he only played in England, Australia. Didn't set foot in India, unfortunately. Would have been interesting to see how he would go in these conditions, but wasn't to be.
Ashwin with his 5 wickets today has made him go above Nathan Lyon and 8th all-time in Test wickets. Way to go, Ashwin, the Australia heart killer, for crying out loud. Excellent job. I think I got the spammers out of here, so thanks for letting me know who they were. That is to get kind of annoying. We were enjoying our conversation too much.
Dude, you know what's crazy to me? Right now, we are currently watching 3 of the top 10 wicket takers of all time. You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh. Stump out of the ground.
Bowled out.
Shami.
Really?
Sham, wow.
Really?
That's what that's called right there. Shammy right there. He dries up all the sweat, all the perspiration, and Nathan Lyon is going to be lying on a couch pretty soon because he's done.
That was actually a good pun. Actually a good pun. Nathan Lyon's going to be lying. You're on fire, my man. Oh, man.
Yeah, you're on song tonight.
What I got to give you credit for, and that's crazy.
You don't say that to me. I'm never gonna stop.
Okay.
How am I
don't
gonna
get
walk
crazy.
out of this room with this head? How am I gonna do it?
He said, "I'm
Jody
not
will
gonna
hate
do
you
it."
tomorrow when she finds out you're the reason, but I appreciate that. Got another
Dude.
super chat here from Dr. Jihan. Kerry O'Keefe said his first tour of India, everyone got gastro, and when a wicket fell, whoever wasn't on the toilet went out to bat. A very flexible batting lineup. Renshaw has some issues last
tour. Yeah,
last
he did.
tour. Thank you.
He had some problems with his stomach.
Wow.
But Australian players
crazy.
gone to India. The 1959 when I did it
+5
historical series episode. Go check it out if you haven't yet. We're going to post the next two about Australia's test wins in India because they won 4 times. So we've already done the first two, 56, 59. But in 1959, guys, Australia had illness. They only had 12 players left before the end of the last test against India because they toured Pakistan for 3 tests. They won that 2-0 at the best of 3. And that's where I dropped in the fact about President D. Eisenhower watching the game of test cricket in Pakistan, that 3rd test he did, meeting his Pakistan counterpart. And they had dysentery and hepatitis on that tour. So it was rough in those days in the 50s, but there you go. And that's the end of the game. And Jadeja has clean bowled Smith.
Oh, you're ahead of me. Oh, you're ahead of me. Do we have a done and dusted?
Done and dusted. Somebody just gave it to us.
Is that what Don Bradman did right there? God, baby! SPD! SPD is done. I don't have a pun for Smith. Sorry, I just
don't.
No
ball. He's overstepped, Jadeja. It's a no ball. He's overstepped.
No
he does bowl a lot of no balls.
Did
they call it?
Yep, it's a no ball.
No ball. Nice.
That's why you have a third umpire now, because with the old system, that would have gone unnoticed.
That would have gone unnoticed.
Stones.
So, Jack, think about this.
Steve Smith
right
gets
now,
life.
We are currently watching 4 of the top 10 wicket takers of all time. You got Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad, now Ashwin, and then Nathan Lyon. Isn't that crazy? That
it is.
In the same era, you got these guys. That's just bananas to me. And
especially all playing at the same time as well. Because you would have think, Jimmy would have retired a few years ago, but he's still going. You know, he's going to be playing his last Ashes series this time around, and he's probably going to break 700 and go past Warne. And only Murali's behind him. I don't think he'll get up to 800. No one will beat Murali, but he can definitely get second place and knock off Warney. He can easily do that.
Wow.
So it's unbelievable just watching these great bowlers in front of us. And the same with Steve Smith and the batting side of things. Him and Curley and Root, all greats of the game when they retire, and they will. They will have fantastic records, and it's great to see that.
I mean, Jimmy Anderson's at what, 677 or 675, 676? I can't forget.
Yeah, he's at 700. He's not at 700 yet?
No, he's still a few away. I think he's 670.
So we got a super chat here from Steve. I think he forgot the text, but he's got one right below that. Appreciate that. He says, that series in India, Fidel Castro was our opening batsman. That's awesome. Every person can relate when you have some stomach issues. I don't know how you're out there and you just have people, Jack, you can probably answer this. Have guys had to call a timeout because they had to go? They just had to go to the bathroom?
I'm pretty sure Matt Renshaw did that.
An awkward position.
On the last tour. But I remember when I was doing the research in 1959, Neil Harvey had dysentery. Now, dysentery, sorry to get graphic here, it's the inflammation of the intestines, which can lead to bloody diarrhea. Neil Harvey top scored with 96 in that test against Pakistan in Dhaka in the first test. He went off the field half a dozen times because he had problems with dysentery. He still went on to make 96. Australia won the test. It was a magnificent innings. Richie Bennett said it was a splendid innings. Marvelous innings from Neil Harvey to get Australia that win. So players have gone off the field for illness and that. You can do that. If you're ill, you can go off and come back. And if you're recovered enough, then you can come back and resume your innings. So it has been done, Nick, over the years.
That's impressive. Thank you for that. That's crazy.
Australia looking for 10 more runs. 10 more runs. And only got 1 wicket left in hand. Oh,
Yeah,
I know. I thought they had it. Oh. And my
I still
lights are
remember when
going
Australia got
down
bowled
left
out
and right.
for 60 odd at Trent Bridge in 2015. That was a horrible experience. That still gives me nightmares watching that, because I remember waking up very early in the morning for that test, as I do for the Ashes, and I was like, why am I even up? We're all out for 60 odd.
Oh, God.
Why do I even bother? Because I love it. Why am I even watching this? This is painful. Why do I bother? Because I love it.
Embarrassing.
It's cricket. It's a love-hate relationship.
Oh, yeah. You love to hate it.
Has,
You know what I mean?
It's well.
Jack, here in America, we call it hate watching. Okay, sometimes you just hate watch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But you can't really draw your eyes away from it, really.
No, exactly.
Watching, so.
Exactly. You just hate watch it.
I think Jihan has a hate relationship with India.
Oh well. Come on, Scott. What can you do? You got 6 for 7. Can you get double figures here? Get us past 100? 9 for 91.
The question is about Scott. Can he bowl and bat? You see what I did there?
The answer to that question is he can't bat, because he's just got clean bowl.
He can't bowl and bat. He can't bowl and bat.
Now it's over.
Jack with the fire
it's LBW,
there.
Sorry, my mistake. Not bowled, LBW, I think.
Oh, man, that was nasty. Oh, that was nasty. Sub 100.
Oh, please be not out, please. Cricket gods. And I think Scott Boland fought. I'm just reviewing for the sake of
lost by an innings, Gabe. An innings.
Yeah, he's Scott. Why did you review that? You should have just walked.
I can't believe they have another review. Do they have 15? Do they use the entire series? I know, but I feel like they've used 5.
You don't listen. You don't worry about our reviews, okay? You don't worry about our reviews.
Obviously, the umpires go, "Oh, that might be a missing leg."
Nope, it's umpire's call. Clipping leg stump, stays out. That's the end of the game.
But it still looks like it would miss it by a ball.
Yeah, with the angle, yeah. But it only has to clip. That's all it needs to do. And people are going to say, get rid of umpire's call. It's a horrible thing, but it's going to stay. So, congratulations, India.
Dude.
Australia.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Vivek agrees with you, though. Vivek agrees with you. They says looks like it's missing leg.
Not just that, but again, the impact was outside the line, and he did take a half swing. So why didn't that count? Or a half shot.
You can still be given out, LBW. Look, even if the impact's in line, still you can still be given out. It's only if you play a shot or not play a shot and it's outside the line. But it was in line with the stumps, Nick. So it was in line with off stump.
But
so
it was outside the
if it's outside off stump, then it will be not out if he's playing a shot. But if he is playing a shot,
I know, but it was outside that blue line that they have there on the DRS. If you want to rewind a little bit, it's way outside that line, and he does
that's fine. If it pitches outside off, that's fine. It's just the impact that's the key. So if it pitches outside off, that's fine. It's the impact where it's hit him on the pad. So what's
the point of that line when it bounces there? They say, "Oh, never mind."
They've got the trend lines there in the blue, just in case if the ball pitches outside leg for LBW decisions. So that's why ball tracking has that. So it doesn't matter if it pitches outside off. It's the impact. Where did it hit him in line in relation to the stumps? Was it in line with off stump? Was it outside off stump? Was he playing a shot? Was he not playing a shot? You can give it not out or out. So. For Scott Boland there, he was out. So
just what I thought I understood it. Scotty,
it's quite easy, Nick. It's the most simplest law to understand.
Yeah,
and I know.
You
were talking about it the other stream, Gabe, about LBWs. I did find an article on ESPN Cricket Infield that I sent to you in the chat, but you didn't get it. But I'll send it to you afterwards. About LBW and how that's developed over the years, so you can have a more understanding of this bizarre way of getting out in cricket, leg before wickets.
Please send me that, because I think that Nick and I, what's funny is A couple friends are already asking, hey, that follow the channel asks if we're gonna go out there, whatever. Of course, now USA that is getting more, cricket's ramping up here, so people are, and no one understands LBW. No one understands LBW. They asked me, I was like, bro, I've been following cricket for 3 years. I still don't understand LBW. Okay, that's one of those rules where you're just gonna be like, and wait, Nick, just wait till the American audience gets the umpire's call. People are gonna lose their minds. It's gonna be glorious when the American audience has. What are you talking about? It shows he's out. Replay. What? Listen.
And the thing is this, like, what I need everyone in the chat to do right now. Huge win for India. I'm so happy. I use all of my happiness making fun of these guys. The thing you got to remember is it's easy for someone that's watched cricket their whole life. Okay, go ahead and watch a few baseball games. If we live stream them. Watch them with us, and then there'll be something that's super easy for us to understand because we're watching our whole life. You'll be like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So you gotta think about that when we say it's not that hard to understand. You've been watching your entire life, for crying out loud. For me, I'm telling you right now, I picked up a lot of the game quite easily. LBW, there's always something I'm scratching my head against. I'm just saying, and they said it's not the impact, it's the pitch. The pitch, it was outside that line is all I'm trying to say. And so that's where I get confused.
That can be confusing, but once you understand, it's fine. Got to remember, if it pitches outside off, it's fine. It's just the impact. Where did it hit him? Was it outside? If it's the outside line of off stump and he's not playing a shot, he can still be given out LBW. But if it's outside the line of off stump, he's playing a shot, he can't be out LBW because he's playing the ball. So you got to remember that. And the most important thing as an umpire, like what I do on a day-to-day basis, is make sure it hits the stumps. Unlike that video you reacted to Steve Buckner with Sachin Tendulkar at the Gabba. Way going over the top. That one.
And again, if LBW is so easy to understand, how come Buckner couldn't figure it out? So Jihan wants to know, if Australia lose 4-0, are they knocked out of the WTC?
No.
Well, India needs to win the majority of the test matches to have a chance. I haven't got it in front of me, the equations, but India need to win 2 or 3, I think, or Australia just need to win one test
2-0 versus New Zealand.
They can do that. They're through to the final.
They're out.
But if
so, Sri Lanka's got to win.
Depends on other results with Sri Lanka and South Africa.
Come on tonight.
And South Africa are playing the West Indies in South Africa, and Sri Lanka's playing New Zealand. So I don't think Sri Lanka will win in New Zealand, and I think the West Indies. I think South Africa may get the job done at home, but you never know with South Africa and the West Indies are similar.
As long as there's a chance that Australia fans are going to stress out for the next few weeks.
If Australia just win or draw one, Nick, we're through.
It's
win We're already sitting pretty on
just
top.
Just one, okay? Draw one.
That's all we need to do. And we'll be there come June at the Oval, playing against either India or Sri Lanka. Or,
Just what?
Or South Africa.
And Jack, this is for you too. I got a prediction. 2 things that are going to break the internet. American fans reacting to LBW for the first time in a cricket game, when I'm telling you, people are going to lose their mind, especially umpires call. That's where they're going to lose it. What are you talking about? Replay just showed you that. And Nick, the next one, I was thinking about this right now. People, because it's IPL stuff. All right, bro, the points table. When you got to figure out the seeding for the points table, and you see guys trying to get out the advocates and try to figure out the run rate.
No one gets out.
People are going to lose their bro, net run rate's going to break cricket in America. People are going to lose their
mind. And what have I always said, Gabe? Watch out for the net run rate. John says baseball, there's an imaginary box that decides foul or fair ball. That's not true. You're talking about striker. It doesn't even consider strike. It's the umpire that does that. There's no imaginary box that decides fair or foul. I'm not sure.
But I know there's one on television for people to see at home, isn't there?
That's the K box. Whether it's whether it really was a striker ball, but it's still up to the umpire to make the call. They don't ever refer to that box. That's just for us watching it to see how bad was the umpire. Which, sorry, Jack, they're bad all the time.
That's all right, guys.
But it has no impact on the game at all.
We're the bad people.
Listen, cricket umpires have nothing on baseball umpires.
Gosh.
They're just coming here.
I've seen videos on YouTube about that, and I was like, geez,
listen,
really?
baseball umpires are the scum of the earth. Let me tell you something. They're down there. There's a special place in hell for baseball umpires. Okay. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Oh, baseball umpires. Oh, it hurts.
Oh my gosh, this is a great question. It took me a second to understand exactly what he was asking. Is this the first time an entire team got all out in a single session? Oh my God, Gabe, our stream in under 2 hours, 10 minutes, an entire team bowled out.
I'm just trying to think. There have been some short innings in Test cricket, especially back in the 1800s. I'm just thinking, in terms of balls or innings by overs or balls, then there's definitely short ones. Yeah, definitely the first test that's matches completed with balls. Sorry.
Yes, Sonny. Yes, 36 not out. Nick, you forgot about that. That was a single session.
That was in one session, wasn't it? So
that was a single session.
Look, many teams have gotten out in a session. I think you must be asking how quick it was, or how many overs did it take for the team to get.
Yeah, I do think 36 all out was overnight. It was between the third session and the first session the next day. I think they're right.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Still
safe,
they
had to come back the next day, and it's.
I would doubt it as well. Okay, listen. I mean, should I say it? Maybe no. I won't. I won't say it. I won't say it.
At least we didn't get bowled out for 36 today. At 91, I'll take that. That's a win.
That's true. You know what? You didn't get bowled out for 36, but you also didn't get the win there, Cotton.
We were not here the
So it's a glorious day. Listen, India fans, rejoice. Okay, we got rid of the bullies for one match here. They're going to come back better than ever. They might get a Stark. They might get a Cameron Green. They're going to get some firepower in there. I don't think we're going to see a Renshaw or whatever his name. I don't think he's going to be in there anymore. That was kind of a failed experiment. We're not going to see Uzi again. That was a failed experiment.
Shut your mouth. This is the best comment of the night. I'm getting ready to cut out, man. It's late, but this is the best comment. Brahmi Army is still searching for that Ahmedabad pitch here.
Well, we are playing Ahmedabad for the last year. We're playing there, so the series. So
that guy has not been found. Dr. Jihan with one more super chat. Oh, Jack, thoughts on Aaron Finch's retirement announcement? CFA reacted to his most famous innings, 156 against England. Great white ball player. Need a new captain.
Yes. I haven't checked out that video, but I will. I just saw it pop up when I was streaming hours ago. I was like, I better check that out. I remember that well because I watched the whole innings. I remember that was in Southampton, T20 match against England. Aaron Finch went berserk, and I remember staying up late, 4 o'clock in the morning to watch that, and that was a good innings. Yeah, he's retired now from T20 cricket, Finch, and that was going to happen anyway. He wasn't going to go on for next year's T20 World Cup. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who will be the new T20 captain. I don't know. We got some options. Obviously, it won't be Smith, won't be Cummins. So it must be Mitchell Marsh or some other person within the ranks. I'm not too sure who will be the new captain. It's up to the selectors, or it's up to Cricket Australia to decide that. But we shall wait and see. But very good player, Aaron Finch. But the latter years of his career, not so much, and that happens. But you got to remember how they were when they were in their pomp. He was certainly a very destructive player.
I like Maxwell too. But anyway, gentlemen, it is 1 a.m. my time. Stream, thank you so much.
Time for us to go. Thank you, everybody.
Jack, thanks for joining. Nick, I hate you, but congratulations to your side. And on some, to the chat's point, man, Nick on fire today with some puns for the first time in a long time. We have to put together that Nickisms. We're going to call the book the Nickisms with all his puns. But, go ahead and check out Jack on the Dibbly Dabbly podcast. Check out some of his content. Again, guys, one of the best in the business. He knows his stuff. He knows his history. I got a new name for you. Forget about the professor. The cricket historian, bro. Because you're like an encyclopedia.
Thanks, Jihan.
Encyclopedia of knowledge. The dearth of knowledge you have is amazing. And we always come to you for that reason. Guys, other than that, Jihan, everybody in the chat, thanks so much. Krishna. All we can say is it's just the first match. They still have 3 more matches to go. Australia, we just need one. We just need one. All right.
Well, we just need one to qualify for WTC, and
Yeah.
we need to win the next two to win this series. Otherwise, if India go 2-0 up, that's a drawn series, or they win the series. In fact, so
I would
challenge accepted. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks, Jack, so much. Check out his channel, like Gabe said, and we'll be back. Maybe not in this first test, because guess what? It's over, baby. But in that second test, we'll be back. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.
All right, Jeff.